Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any videos that I posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook a teriyaki chicken with broccoli. It is a response to a viewer asked me a simple method for making teriyaki chicken. Of course, first of all, you need to start out with some chicken. When I bought the chicken back from the supermarket, I usually cut it up first. And then I will store them in 8-ounce portion in Ziploc sandwich bag before I freeze them. I post a video such as this one to demonstrate how to do advanced prepping for chicken. Using this method, you can have chicken anytime you want, and you can go from the freezer to the wok in less than 10 minutes. Here's a little trick. After the chicken start to thaw, if you break them up a little bit, it will allow them to thaw even faster, usually about 5 to 6 minutes. Then you hold the bag and then you squeeze out as much fluid as possible. You want the chicken to be as dry as you can in order for it to be seared. And to dry the chicken, I'm going to add some cornstarch, which will absorb the moisture from the chicken. And then I also going to add a little bit of my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix. Now, this seasoning mix will help to provide umami flavor to the chicken, and it will give it great flavor. If you have not tried it, I would recommend to give it a try, see how you like it. And then I also add a little bit of sugar, and then I mix everything together. And this method is frequently known as dry marinating. Is that instead of using any wet seasoning agent, I mainly try to dry out the chicken as much as possible because this will enhance the searing of the chicken. And the next step is to blanch the broccoli. Now, blanching is a very convenient and also a controlled way to cook the vegetable to exactly the texture that you want. It gives you much precise control. However, blanching has its disadvantages because blanching will remove nutritional quality from the vegetables. However, the time period for blending this broccoli is very short, and usually it's only about 2 minutes or less, and it all depends on the texture that you want for the vegetable. If you want it to be softer, you blanch it a bit longer. And so by adjusting the time, you can decide how you like the texture to be. When you think the broccoli is about done, you plunge them into a bowl of cold water. And quite often, if you put some ice cubes in the water to keep the water even colder, the broccoli will maintain its vibrant color a little bit better. So this is one way which will help to make the cooking a little bit faster. Okay, now you set the broccoli aside. We are ready to cook the chicken. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And I'm going to cook this in a wok which made by a company called Mule, and it's a really inexpensive wok. It is a stainless steel 3-ply wok. You can learn more about from this video. The first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to spot season the wok. And the spot seasoning method is described in this video, and it's very simple. All you have to do is to heat up the oil to its smoking point, and then you let it smoke gently for about 15 seconds, and this is when the wok is being seasoned. Now, the method that I'm going to cook the chicken is I'm going to use what is known as shallow frying. Basically, is that I'm going to lay out the chicken into a flat layer on the surface of the wok. Now, in here, I'm going to use 1 pound of chicken, which is more than I normally would use. Normally, I only use about 8 ounces. But since my friend really likes chicken, so I decided I'm going to show her how to cook with a large portion. Now, this method is very interesting from the standpoint is that it really provides great flavor to the chicken. Because the chicken has been coated with cornstarch, it will provide a nice crispy texture. And also, the flavor will be enhanced because it has been coated with Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix. It will make the chicken more savory. And by coating the chicken with sugar as well, it will enhance the caramelization of the chicken. So the end result is that you will get a nice crispy texture on the surface of the chicken, and also you will get caramelization as well as some degree of charring as well. As you can see when I turn the chicken over, you notice that some of the chicken has been slightly charred. Now, in this case, I probably have more chicken than I should but it works okay. Normally I use only about 8 ounces. The problem is that when you use too much chicken, the temperature of the oil will be reduced, so the charring will not be as efficient as if you do not overcrowd the wok. So one thing about stir frying in the wok is quite often you need to decide how much ingredients you want to put in. Of course, if you use more ingredients, you can cook a larger dish, but at the same time, you might have a little bit of a trade-off in terms of the quality that you're going to find. Okay, I'm going to season the wok. Start out with some oyster sauce. Now, oyster sauce is great for enhanced savoriness of teriyaki chicken, which is essential. And this is followed by some addition of hoisin sauce. Teriyaki chicken is also sweet, and hoisin sauce is a good way to provide the sweetness for the chicken. Now, the combination of these two will determine the flavor of the teriyaki chicken. If you want it to be sweeter, then you put more hoisin sauce. If you want it to be more savory, then you leave less hoisin sauce, and this change in ratio between these two sauces will ultimately to create the exact flavor that how you like it. And that's one thing good about using these two sauces is that instead of using a teriyaki sauce, which you do not have an option to make adjustment, this allow you to make adjustment based on how you like it. The next, to get to the saltiness of the chicken, I add some dark soy sauce. Now, this dark soy sauce not only will add saltiness to the chicken, but it also will provide color. And teriyaki chicken are supposed to have a dark glycerin color, and this dark soy sauce are frequently used to achieve this particular goal. Okay, now I do a taste test and decide how I like it. So again, I have savoriness, I have sweetness, and then I have saltiness. I decided I like to be a little bit more sweet, so I add some more sugar to it. Again, instead of following a strict recipe, by using this method, it will give you much greater flexibility in terms of how you want to adjust the flavor. And this flavor adjustment will give you a lot of options of how you like the flavor of the dish. Okay, the next is that I'm going to add some water to the surface of the wok. I call this method spot cleaning. Basically, what I'm doing now is that, as you notice that by adding just a tiny little bit of water, I'm able to use the wok spatula to scrape off what the sauces that I might have stuck and burned to the surface of the wok. This will allow me to return the flavor back to the dish. By this point, the chicken is actually pretty much cooked, and I have turned off the heat, and I'm just making some final adjustment to the flavor that I like. Now, both the oyster sauce and hoisin sauce has cornstarch. That's why it's become a thick sauce already. I add some additional sugar and a few more stir. I decided this is exactly the flavor that I want. So as you can see, the chicken has this glistening look. In fact, the word teriyaki is translated to glistening appearance of the chicken or of the meat. And usually this glistening appearance results from grilling. So originally teriyaki chicken in Japan, the chicken is grilled first. But of course, this is not practical in the home kitchen. And it's much easier if you stir fry it with the combination of sauces that I use, will allow you to achieve the type of appearance and texture that will match the original intention of teriyaki chicken. Then I follow by laying the broccoli on the side of the rice. The rice that I use for this dish is some white rice, but you can use almost any type of rice that you would like. There are different kind of rice that you can get. Quite often people use brown rice as well. But if you want to cook brown rice, you need to have the proper rice cooker because brown rice takes a little bit longer time to cook. A rice cooker is really convenient for cooking rice. Okay, now the dish is done. And the last step is to garnish the dish. Now, teriyaki chicken traditionally is garnished with sesame seed. And sesame seed turn out to be a great way to not only enhance the flavor of the teriyaki chicken, but it can also to provide a nice visual presentation. Teriyaki traditionally is used cooked with mirin. which is a rice wine that has a high sugar content. Is intended to provide umami flavor to any dish that use mirin, and teriyaki is frequently include mirin. However, because of the use of oyster sauce, which also high in umami flavor, it basically take the role of the mirin. And by using hoisin sauce, also has high in umami flavor, you can use this to substitute for sugar, but you can always make adjustment by adding additional sugar. Okay, so that is a simple way to cook a teriyaki chicken. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system, which stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.